All right, so got a lot of things that happened yesterday. A ton of things that happened yesterday. We got 5 likes. Thank you for the likes already. I really appreciate it. Um, but I'm kind of trying to fix the latency. Let me know if you can hear me here. I don't know if I shut off my. I think my mic's good. Yeah, we had a lot of things that happened yesterday. A ton of things. Good morning, Stevie. Good morning. Up bright and early, ready for this day. Hopefully things go well here. Bunch of people are streaming from what I'm getting. There's a lot of stuff that's going on. Make sure you hit that like button. Let me know if my sound sounds good. Let me know if you can hear me. Anybody can do so. Just say we're good. There's no like buzzing in the background or anything. And technically I could check myself. Before we get into it, let's make sure. We're good. Okay. Thanks, Debbie. I appreciate that. All right. So, like I said, there's a lot that went on. If you look at the closing numbers up here, you see that it closed a lot lower than what we hoped. We were hoping that it obviously closed a lot higher, but with the whole stoppage of Robinhood and everybody getting on that, it was just absolutely ridiculous. I was just watching a ton of videos to where they were talking about lawsuits and the fact that those won't go through and all this other stuff. I did post a video on some different things that happened yesterday. So make sure you check that video out if you have some time. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Definitely a good morning. So I'm still holding 400 shares of AMC. I'm going to be holding them for a long time because I've seen a bunch of videos that were talking about the fact that this is about the principle of the thing at this point. Even though we still may have a large increase and people will make a lot of money from it, we obviously want the Wall Street firms to suffer because they've been taking advantage of us for so long. And we always talk about that, the little black box, the machine that they have running, the algorithms that they have running in order to time the market and buy and sell at the most opportune time. In Pittsburgh, I was in Pittsburgh one time. Only thing I don't like about it is the traffic. Everything else was great. I think it might be the tunnels, all the tunnels that they have. I love the golf courses. I play the golf courses. Yeah, everybody's live streaming right now. I was trying to understand the GameStop stock situation, and I'm not understanding anything about it. Yeah, it's very complicated, especially if you're a new investor. It's not something that I normally focus on. I wouldn't say that I've had this happen a ton of times in my lifetime. This is obviously the biggest one in history because, Wall Street is losing billions of dollars. Like, I think it was, from what I seen the last time, it was like $23.6 billion on GameStop alone, not to mention all of the other areas. And it might be a lot more than that now. So it's definitely difficult to understand. All you need to know is that Wall Street is basically shorting stocks, and everybody else in the country, all the little people, the little investors that buy smaller shares, are buying up that stock so that the Wall Street firms do not get what they wanted out of the deal. They wanted GameStop to go down. They wanted them to go bankrupt and everything. But it's not about the way the business is performing. It's about I lost my train of thought. It's not about how the business is performing. It's basically about the people. So all the people that are buying up this stock. It's all about them, and we're showing that we have the power. That's what it's all about. So the reason why the price is driving up so high is not because of any news with the business. It's not because the business is booming. It's because we are supporting this stock, and we are saying that we're going to drive up the price, because the stock market is not, like I said, about news. It's about buyers and sellers. That's what it's always been about, and people don't understand this. And I always tell them, hey, it doesn't matter if you focus on the news. Sometimes news affects things, but depending on how people take that news, that's when you'll actually be able to have an increase or a decrease, depending on what they do. If they sell the stock, whatever they have, then it's going to go down. If they buy it, then it's going to go up. Debbie, you asked, should I close my account with Robinhood? I wouldn't say you close your account. I always recommend having multiple accounts open. Now, you can leave Robinhood basically by saying, I'm not going to invest as much money in there. Maybe you'll have like $100 left in there or something just in case. But I always recommend having multiple brokerage accounts. I have an account with Ally. I have an account with Fidelity, TD Ameritrade, Robinhood, Webull. I have all of these platforms because if anything fails, I can always trade on any of those other platforms, and I always have money in those platforms. Not to the magnitude of Fidelity, but I do have money in those platforms, so I can trade. And if this ever happens, I can support them no matter what platform we're on. It seems like Fidelity is not in cahoots with any, I'm not saying they're not in cahoots with any Wall Street firm, but they're not limiting shares that you can buy. So this is why I always go with Fidelity. Some people don't like the app user face. It's not as smooth as Robinhood, because Robinhood, it's literally like you can check a lot of things with like one click of the button. It seems like things are very user friendly for the new investor, but Fidelity is more complex, and it's very difficult to kind of, I guess, on the go try and look at all your information, in my opinion. I have Fidelity, and I don't know what that other account is, but I love Fidelity. I use Fidelity all the time. But yeah, there's been a lot from my live trading platform. For some reason, I'm having trouble getting Active Trader Pro on my desktop. So I wish I could show you that, because it shows me minute by minute without having to refresh the page. That's what I was hoping to do, but for some reason it's not letting me do it. It's telling me I need an administrator, which I am the administrator. It just doesn't make sense. I ask if you could hit that like button. Please take some time to hit that like button. I wanted to update my video quality because I feel like the words aren't matching up with what I'm saying. Let me know if that's the case, if they're not matching up with what I'm saying, because I can continue to edit that. Yeah, well, that's news to me. I never heard of that platform. I'll definitely have to check it out. All right, let me look it up. It's not a bad idea to look that up. What is it called again? Huh. Yeah, I never knew about it. They offer zero commission. I feel like everything offers zero commission trades at this point. This is why right now, since everything is zero commission trades, it's like, a day trader's dream if you do day trade. They say day traders don't make money because a lot of people don't understand strategy, but I'm telling you, if you understand strategy, you can be an effective day trader. I have Fidelity, Webull, and Robinhood. That's good. It's great to have multiple accounts. Do you have money in all of them, or do you specifically put money in one area? Paulix, World of Entertainment. Am I saying that right? Yeah, and I mean the whole entire day. What's crazy is I love what's going on here with GameStop, with AMC, with everything, because it's opening up a lot of people's eyes to investing. People that I haven't ever seen get an interest in investing or show some sort of interest in investing are now showing a ton of interest, and I'm really excited about that. because obviously it's something that I love, and anytime people hear me talk about it, they're like, oh, well, I don't understand what you're talking about. Okay, you have money in all of them. All right, that's good. That's really good. Always have a backup plan, basically. And anybody that has seen this that Robinhood's doing, um, you should have a backup plan. You should have immediately went over to Fidelity or another platform, signed up, got that situated, because however long this lasts for, we want to continue, because they're going to probably keep buying shorts. They're going to keep shorting the stock. They're going to keep shorting the stock, and what they're going to do is they're basically going to say, all right, well, you know what, I didn't meet this goal, but eventually I'm going to meet this goal. Eventually the stock is going to go back down. So if they keep shorting stocks and we keep pushing this higher, then they're going to basically lose billions and billions and billions of dollars, because they have to find a way to cover it. There are a bunch of people that are probably going to get fired over this, and I feel kind of sorry that they would get fired, because they obviously are. Some people are, I guess, everyday people, even though they make a lot of money from there. But still, you can't just take advantage of the people that are trading, because I've had a number of times to where, for some reason, I'll hold on to Facebook, and immediately after I let it go. This is why I don't like long-term investing. Immediately after I let it go, the investors start to buy this stock because I'm selling it and it's bringing it down. Not just mine is bringing it down, but everybody's selling it at that point. And then the Wall Street investors will buy it, and the stock price will go up. And I'm like, what's going on here? And it's because they know. They literally know. So yeah, great to have a bunch of accounts. So is this just another way of trading stocks? Like what's going on with, I feel like I got cat hair on me. Like what's going on with all of the Gamestop, AMC, all of those different stocks you're saying, is this another way of trading stocks? I don't think this is a firm method of trading stocks. I think it's going to change the stock market forever. The way that Wall Street looks at different stocks, they're not going to take an aggressive position like this. I don't think they're going to do that. And if they do, they're going to find a way around it to predict what we will do as everyday investors, because that's what they're trained to do. So I don't see this as a long-term thing to invest this way. I see it as a short-term option, and then obviously go back to the normal ways of trading, like whether it's day trading, swing trading, long-term investing, whatever you're doing. But I don't think of this as another form of trading. I've shown interest in investing since the beginning of the pandemic. I regret not doing it this year. You know what's funny? I'm right there with you, because I was invested in the stock market heavily around, I would say, March, and I was waiting for lower lows, and once it got to a point to where it didn't get to my limits where I wanted to buy into my different stocks, like Facebook, like Tesla, like Google, like all of these different stocks, I wanted to put all my money into those stocks because I knew it was going to grow after it hit these low prices. But that didn't work out because the stock went up, and I was like, oh, it'll go back down, the pandemic, everything that's happening. But no, it never went back down. So I regret it as well. I'm not typically a long-term investor. I'm more of a short-term investor. I take my profits and go. But I would have stayed around for the long haul for that, because I knew that they were going to go back up to where they were, if not increase, or top the old highs, which they did by far. All three have pluses and limitations. Let me know the limitations you have with Robinhood. I'm always interested, or not Robinhood. I know the limitations there. Limitations with Fidelity. Webull, I kind of know those, so if you want to list those out, you can too, but I'm always interested. I don't know how people can invest times of need. Yeah, I guess that's true. A lot of people, I guess, are just putting what they can. So some people may just buy like 1 or 2 shares of AMC, which does help the cause, because 1 or 2 shares by 1 million people is 1 million shares, right? Or 2 million shares, depending on what it is, 1 or 2. So it could really help the cause. Um, AMC and GME are actually up from where they closed. I wish I could show. Oh wait, I can show it. You know what? I might as well show something while I'm answering this because let's see, GameStop. Let's go to after hours here. So you see where it closed at the $193, which is way lower than where a lot of people may have bought in at, down 44%. Let's add in the extended hours. All right, now you added in the extended hours and you see where it's at right now before the open, 352. It actually got all the way up to 460 again. Like yesterday it got up to 500, and it seems like that's where all of the work is being done. You see all of these shares that people are allowed to buy, and end up moving it. The problem is that yesterday, you had this large drop off, right? From where we were. So this large drop off that hit, and I think the low, wasn't there a low of like $150? Yeah, $150 per share. And yeah, it was just, it was a little ridiculous there. The day range today, or the day range yesterday, a low of $112. Sorry. So yeah, things got a little bit hectic, and it's all because of Robinhood, all because of the apps that didn't allow you to trade. So you can see where we are at right now, 352 with GameStop. And I would imagine that at the open, it's probably going to go down a little bit. It seems like it's on the trend down. If I add an indicator, an SMA, seems like maybe it's on the trend up a little bit, but it seems like it might drop in the beginning of the day. But then I don't know how far it will drop, but I think it will increase very quickly. It just all depends how long they leave these Robinhood shares open for. Because if you haven't heard, they're allowing you to share on Robinhood, or they're allowing you to buy shares on Robinhood, but it's a limited amount of shares. And I don't know what the limit is. They haven't expressed this, but they said that there's a limit. So that something Robinhood allowing shares. So yeah, Robinhood is allowing limited buys on GameStop and AMC. So I don't know how long they're going to be allowing that for. I wish I would have started investing at 20 years old, but I didn't have the mature financial mindset and wasn't educated in the area of finance. Yeah, I understand. I started really getting into the stock market probably at let's say 22 years old in college, and it wasn't even to a point to where I understood what was going on. Everybody was just like, oh, I'm getting into, what was it, Twitter or something. I don't know when they released their IPO, but they were like, oh, I'm getting into Twitter. I was like, oh, well, should I get into it? I think it was like $17 or something, and I was just, throwing money here and there, like, a couple tens of dollars, but that's pretty much it. But then once I got out of college, my first 2 years of college, then I started getting interested in it because I took accounting classes and everybody there was investing and they were always talking about different stocks, which made me, it caught my eye a little bit. So yeah, let's check AMC. Let me duplicate this. I need to re-sign in. Let me re-sign. I don't know what's going on here. Bring it over here. Oh, so I'm gonna be streaming until probably like 11, I would say. I got some things to do. I have another stimulus video uploading at like 11. I might premiere it and, do that there. but I'm not 100% sure. Let me go to my account. Go to GME. Over here. AMC. So you can see where AMC ended off. I'm so hungry. I should have gotten lunch. Should have gotten breakfast. Normally don't eat breakfast, so Weeble doesn't offer. Yeah. Well, how do I gain? How do you get a better understanding of what works? You just opened a Robinhood account. I would also open another account as well. Whether you want to use Weeble, Fidelity, Ally Bank, whatever, but you want to open up multiple accounts. If you literally don't have any clue of what's going on, then like how to trade stocks, there's definitely books out there to start reading, because what you want to do is understand what all of this stuff means. You know, what a day high means, what you should focus on when it comes to trading stocks. What is the best situation for you, the best strategy for you, whether it's long term or short term. But in my opinion, the best knowledge that I ever got was understanding, how to look at a chart, different patterns that you could see. Also, basically what is a candlestick. I didn't even know what a candlestick was for quite a bit of time. I literally would just follow a trend line. I wouldn't care about what was happening in here. I didn't know that all of this stuff meant where it closed and where it opened and what was the total high, what was the total low. I didn't know all about that stuff. So it was very interesting to see this. But I would say get familiar with all the terms, get familiar with the charts, and then you could start to get into strategies, building your own strategy and how you want to invest. That's what I always suggest, because there's a lot of stuff you need to learn here, whether it's indicators, or whether you're looking at a trend line, or whether you're looking at candlesticks, or what the news is, if you follow the news. I know I'm not a person that normally follows the news, but obviously for this situation I am. So yeah, let's add the extended hours, because I believe they're somewhere around 12 or 13. Yeah, they're at $13 right now. So I invested at like $13.55. Obviously we're all looking to take a profit, but the point of this whole thing is to hold, and they took down every avenue of our communication, so it makes it difficult. So this is what we're here for. We're creating these live streams just so that people can hold on to these things. And I don't know what all the others are saying. I know JJ Buckner is holding, and I seen a bunch of videos by him, a big live stream yesterday, also Brian Jung as well. But there are a couple of other people that I expect to see live streams with, but I don't. So yeah, AMC around $13. That's good, because then that'll obviously increase over where they closed, which will get me closer to my break-even point, because I think my break-even point is a little bit higher, because I reinvested, thought they were going to continue to go up, because I saw how it was skyrocketing yesterday in the beginning of the day. So I thought that it was going to continue to go up. If it does go down to probably, like, I don't know, if it goes back down to $8, and I feel like they're going to have that come back to earth scenario, I would reinvest somewhere lower, so somewhere around that $9 mark if it does get there. Because right now my cost basis, I believe, is like $14. I invested at $13.55, but I also reinvested at a higher point. So let me know are you invested in any of this? Does anybody have any shares of AMC? Do I have a Twitch? I don't have a Twitch. Yeah, it's not something. I'm not saying I'm not into. It's just I feel like I try and manage time well with having 2 YouTube channels and uploading a couple of times a day on both. But no, I don't have a Twitch. Mainly just here. I have a TikTok though, if you want to follow that, in the description. Yeah, I posted a video over there. I don't understand the TikTok algorithm, and I know we're getting off topic here. I don't understand the TikTok algorithm. I'm trying to figure that out. Way different than YouTube. Yeah, I can't wait for this market to open and see exactly what they do. I might. I was a little upset with myself yesterday because there was a couple of day trading opportunities within this stock as I started to look at this. So let's pull up the SMA. Let's go back to, what's today? Let's go back to yesterday. Come on. Yeah, there were a couple of day trading opportunities for me that I was really excited about because there was a couple of things right here. Like, obviously, you had that jump there, and then you see how it's coming away from the norm. That right there, coming back up to Earth, coming back up to SMA, is what I look for a lot of times with my day trading. And this would have made it easy to gain, a couple $100 to be able to do that and gain a lot of that money back that I lost, especially the dips away from it. So it'll come back. This obviously after hours was huge, but we'll see how today works. Make sure you hit that like button if you are watching. I appreciate anybody that is watching. Again, let me know if you are invested in AMC and GME and any of these. Realistically, AMC is going to boom. I would have to agree with you. I would believe they are, but like I said, it all depends what Robinhood does. I don't think Robinhood wants it to boom, and they're allowing people to trade at a limited rate, but I don't think they want it to go there. You invested into AMC yesterday. How many shares did you buy? Was it a small amount of shares, or did you get a large portion? Big shank. I swear, I think I'm losing my vision. It might be this big screen that I have here. Might be it. Oh, you invested on Cash App. That's good. Was that later in the day, or like what? At what point was it a lower point, or was it like a higher point? I seen a bunch of people saying I invested at 18, and obviously that's a very high point. I don't know how high they're gonna go, but judging by how high GameStop went, I mean, I would think that they're going to go pretty high, as long as we're allowed to buy the shares. I bet Bitcoin is going through the roof, but I don't think that's something that we should really focus on as as a group of investors. I think we should really focus on these areas so that we can drive up the price and kind of take it to these Wall Street guys. It depends what it's at. I don't know how high it's going to go. This is where I can't predict what AMC is going to do, but unless they allow us to trade. I mean, if they allow us to trade with a limited amount of shares, then yeah, I mean, you can definitely invest no matter what it opens at. But I know if it goes down to $8, I'm going to buy in more, and that's my opinion. And this is not. I have to put a disclaimer out, because I'm not a financial advisor. I don't want to be held accountable for anybody, putting their money into a stock and then losing money. Even though I have multiple degrees, I still don't consider myself a professional. So yeah. What else should you invest in? Um, at this point, we're really just focused on these areas. I mean, a lot of people are talking about Nokia. They're saying that Nokia is going to, jump up, and they've been steadily around, I think, the 28% mark. I think they've been steadily around. It's NOK, right? Okay. Yeah, they've been steadily around that 28% decrease or increase. They did have a large jump. Obviously, people sold off there, going from $4 to $9. It's a huge jump, right? But a lot of people are saying about that. But I think we need to focus on these areas. I'm not currently invested in anything else unless you're talking about my dividends. I invest in a lot of dividend stocks, but that's besides the point there. A lot of my current investments and dividends I used to do a lot on Robinhood because it was easy to track, but there's a lot of issues with Robinhood for me. Oh, I got like a cough or something. I'm struggling. I have an IRA with them, but I don't trade. With who? Oh, Fidelity, do you have? You don't have to have $2,500 to start trading. I'm not sure I'm getting that. You can start trading with $100, with $50. You can start trading. I know in the past when I had a Scottrade account, I don't even know if Scottrade is a thing. I think they merged with Trade King, which also merged with Ally. I think that was the merger. I'm not sure. But when I had Scottrade, it was like a $500 like minimum. You had to have $500 in there. So it's different now. We got 38 people in here. If you could hit that like button, that would be fantastic. Fantabulous. That's not a word, but I said it. Do you have shares in? No, I don't. I was a little skeptical of Tesla, and the only reason was because I didn't understand. I was looking at the value of them, and I'm not a person that ever does that ever looks at the value, the news, all of that other stuff. I'm a day trader at heart. Like, I love getting into a stock, understanding what the trend is, and coming back to earth, being disciplined. That's why yesterday was so hard for me, because I was down. The most I was down was $5,000. So being down $5,000 when someone that takes so much discipline and losing $20, I'll mostly go one day, try and gain $10, have a 5-to-1 win to loss ratio, right? And I'll basically say if I win one, I get $100. If I lose five, I lose $100. So all I have to do is win one time, and I profit out of the deal for that week, and that's what I would go with. So I'm not invested in Tesla or NIO. What's NIO? Sometimes I struggle with the ticker symbols. No, I'm not. But yeah, I don't know what that means. Chat about BB. Um, are you saying should you invest in BB, or what about BB? Oh, what? Jeez, one letter. Sorry. Yeah. Blackberry, I haven't been following too much. Let's go ahead and look at Blackberry. Let's see what happened with them. So they were down 41% yesterday. They had a large increase. Their high was at $22. and their low was at $13, and now they're at they closed at 14.65. And I know it's China's Tesla. I wouldn't do that. I'm not really I can't say I'm a person that's in it for the long haul with the stock. I'm always in it for the long haul with like a mutual fund, index fund. Like that's where I'm in it for the long haul. A lot of the stock investments that I do are swing trades and day trades. That's what it's all about for me, in my opinion. So it looks like AMC aftermarket or pre-market is up to 13.55. So this would be basically where my original investment was. Now 13.55. Let's refresh this. Refresh it. Let's see. Make sure my thing is up. Give me a second. How much did you invest in AMC? Buy silver. I mean, I wouldn't go with that now. I mean, maybe that could be a different conversation. I never really got into that. I've always gotten into stocks. I never really gotten into silver and gold and all that stuff. But it's interesting. Definitely is interesting. But yeah, I can't wait until the market opens because then we could see exactly what AMC and what GME are going to do, what Nokia and Blackberry. I haven't really focused much on Blackberry or really Nokia. It doesn't really seem like they're moving too much. They're staying around whatever percentages they actually are, whether it's increase or decrease. You bought $30 worth of AMC at what price? Like $8 where it was? Because if you did, I think right at the open, you're going to see an increase. Should I hold BB? I don't. This is where it's tough. Let me see what they're doing here. Have yesterday's data. 2 days. These are 2 days. This is what happened. This is what happened yesterday. What is this? The 20. I don't know the date. Today's the 29th, right? So the 28th, obviously it dropped down a significant amount, did have that increase, and then they stopped trading for this. It all depends. I think that everything should be held because the Wall Street investors hold shorts in these stocks. So it's going to be good for retail investors because they're going to be forced to buy them back. And when they buy them back, it means that the stock price is going to go up. That's what it's all about. So I would say hold, but again, I'm not giving you financial advice here. I have to have a disclaimer. I can't, be accountable for anybody losing money because the stock market is unpredictable, and obviously you could see that. The only person that can predict it, or people that can predict it, is Wall Street because they manipulate it, just like yesterday. So, in my opinion, it's a little ridiculous there, but we're making moves here. Now it looks like AMC is up to 13.85. I didn't refresh this. Did I refresh it? I'll refresh it again. When should I sell it? When should you sell Blackberry? That's a good question. Whenever you feel is right to sell it. I mean, if you own a small amount of shares, it's not going to affect it too much. Now, if everybody starts selling at the same point, then yes. But I wouldn't say that you put yourself in a horrible situation if you're holding a bunch of Blackberry. If you're holding a small share of Blackberry, the point is we're holding it because we want to take it to these investors and basically say, you know what, even though you're not allowing us to trade, we're still going to hold this. We're still going to hold strong. We're still going to be here and support each other because we know we're going to win in the end if we hold long enough. And this is why we're here. When we see it and you can take a profit, then take your profit. I'm not gonna hold it against you if you want to take your profit. especially in times of need right now. But like I said, the whole point of this is really to hold this, you know, buy physical silver, the biggest short. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that alone there. Should I invest into Nokia before 8:30? Where are they at right now in the? I didn't check in the pre-market. I'm probably gonna answer this before I even get to it. Nokia, let's see, add after hours, extended hours. Look at today. I mean, I could technically look over here, but they're currently at 510. So they increased quite a bit. They're still down from what they were at. This is where it's tough because they're getting to that high, and more people are focused on GME and AMC than Nokia and Blackberry and all of the other ones. I would say that more people are focused on GME than anything, and that's why you're still seeing GME go up, even though they stopped trading for Robinhood. A lot of people are focused on GME more than AMC, but now I think focus is starting to shift a little bit. They're starting to push towards both, and people that hold one are starting to hold the other. So yeah. Moderna hit 220 pre-market, and now it's 193. All right. Oh yeah, that is something that people are focusing on. Okay, yeah, you're right. There's a lot of things that people are focused on. I think we need to stop shifting our focus to all these other areas. I understand that, you know, if Wall Street short in one area, then people want to jump over there to stop them, right, and gain some sort of profit out of them, win in the deal. But I don't think that that's the right method to go all out in so many different areas. Now, if you buy small shares in different areas just to do this, just to hold, then yeah, you know, go for it. What is the point of holding? Will it increase later? The point of holding is the fact that it's basically holding the stock price strong. If the only people that are selling their shares are these firms, which I did see a couple of articles saying that, you know, the firms basically had to buy back their shorts. They had to get out of their short positions. And from what I've seen, they were saying that, but they didn't get out of all their short positions. They got out of enough to basically say, oh, well, you know what, I'm trying to scare people into thinking that we got out of our short positions. So then they already bought back and they've seen an uptick, so everybody starts to sell, and then they end up getting their profits by the remaining shorts that are left. So the point of holding is just to hold strong. While they're selling whatever they're selling because they have to buy back stock, then basically it's going to help out the whole entire situation by holding level. So we're going to be, you see how it kind of leveled out yesterday because nobody was actually selling their shares. There were a couple people that were selling their shares, but mainly you had the firms that had to physically sell some things. So you're going through this steady line, holding the trend line here, and instead of it decreasing to where it once was, it's holding at what the price was. You can't hold more than 115 shares on Robinhood? What? What are you talking about? I didn't hear about that. Robinhood only allows you to buy 115 shares. I feel like that's gonna decrease as time goes on, because that's still a lot, right? 115 shares, however many people are actually getting into this, that's still a lot. Then you know what? Then everybody that has the ability to do so should take advantage of buying that 115 shares for themselves, because there's a lot of people holding and they're just holding at that price, not buying anymore. But for the people that can do it, like me, then I should buy if they get to a certain point, I should buy so that I am basically driving that stock price up. But yeah, this whole thing is basically what Wall Street does, and they're upset with us by saying, "Oh, well, you know what? We're going to go ahead and contact these brokerage accounts and tell them to shut things down so that you can't, capitalize on the situation." And they're over here crying on news, saying that it's not something that should be legal when they do it literally every single day. Come on. Keep in mind they're where their high is. So the 52-week high is at $9.79. I understand it seems like it's low at $4, but compared to where the high is, technically it's not unreachable, but it's still at a high point. And I don't know how steadily they're increasing. It looks like they're flattening out as you start to look at the after hours situation. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, somewhere around that same trend line right there, around the 510 mark. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely difficult, but what a scam. It's my money. Yeah, true. You should be allowed to invest your money anywhere you want. They shouldn't be limiting where you put your money. They don't do that in any other case. I was watching Financial Education, his channel, and one of his channels, he has 3. But yeah, I was watching one of his videos, and he was talking about the fact that they don't limit when you do anything else. Margin is a big negative against a lot of retail investors, because a lot of people will use this margin unknowingly because they just traded a stock, got the money back, and now they can't actively use that cash that's in there because they just got out of a stock, but they're using margin. And then when they trade with that margin or short with that margin, it ends up, biting them in the butt. So they don't stop retail investors from doing that. They don't stop retail investors from doing day trading. There's a lot of different things that they don't stop retail investors from doing. So why do they decide to limit it now? It's because they get something out of the deal. That's what it's all about. They said they were doing it to help us. To help us? It seemed like we were doing fine. Should I invest in GME? It's going up or down? Or is it going up or down? I think it will go up as long as you can buy. This is where we need to get into the market and see what's happening. If it goes lower, then I would say that yeah, it could be a potential buy. And the stock market opens soon, and we'll see exactly what happens. But it's definitely a decision. It's kind of an on the spot decision. Almost said on the spot dice spin. I don't know if you've seen that. Was it Wheel of Fortune? That was pretty funny. But yeah, I think it's more of an on the spot decision for GME. Because as you go through, I definitely see them going up, but it all depends on what they allow us to do. A number of people are on Robinhood, and you can't buy the amount of shares that you want to buy. As people that have more money that want to invest, they can't buy more than 115 shares, from what I've seen. So we just need to see how this all plays out. But I'm probably going to buy some on Webull if it goes really low. Because I have about $6,000 worth of AMC on Fidelity. So if I buy more on Webull, I should be fine, I think, as long as if it does go down. But obviously, I just want to see it go up. I just want to see it go up. Free trade, good platform. I just don't know if they're allowing the trade as well. I think I have free trade, actually. I do have free trade. I have so many different brokerage accounts. It's crazy. I don't have it installed. I don't have it installed. Maybe I can check somewhere else. By the way, my family appreciates you so much for always keeping up to date with the stimulus news, by the way. Yeah, no problem. I mean, I try and keep up with it and give you the most up-to-date information without clickbaiting you. That's what I really, really try and do. And I know this video or this live stream isn't about stimulus, but I really appreciate all the people that watch my stimulus videos. I don't need to get validated with tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of views. I just need to know that I'm giving out accurate information, and if people watch it, then they watch it. So thank you for saying that, Dwayne. I'll pass on GameStop. It is pretty high right now. So GameStop, obviously, after pre-market is at 387. It's pretty high. So even though the stock price is driving up, it definitely is a big risk. A lot of people will not invest during this time. Like some of the day traders that I've seen on YouTube will not invest at these points. And I don't understand why, because this should be sort of a day trader's dream, being able to see, you know, what's happening with the market, and it's more predictable than anything else, especially with not, you know, with how you normally read a chart. Those things can go any way possible. This is predictable based on what you're allowed to do. So if Robinhood obviously shuts down trading for a lot of people, then the stock price is going to go down. So you can predict that it's going to go down. You know, if you are allowed to trade, or basically all of the people are holding, then the stock price, you know, ends up staying steady or go up a little bit, you know. Did I say AME? I meant GME and AMC, because I'm trying to keep them together, but hopefully I didn't say it. If I said AME, I meant AMC. Or if I was talking about GME but said AME, it's all over the place at this point. I feel like things are just blending together. Just know what I say by, I guess, the stock price, because AMC is down at like $13, $14, $14.12 from what I see. Got 55 people in here. Could you hit that like button? That would really help out the channel. If you're interested before you go, then check out some of the links down below. And I didn't mean to rhyme there, but I did. So yeah. But yeah, there's Webull. If you're interested in starting to buy stocks, I mean, all you have to do with Webull is deposit $100 and you get free stocks with them. I had a number of free stocks over the last year. I can say that I gained probably closer to $1,500, $2,000 worth of free stocks. So yeah, it's definitely a good deal, especially if you have some sort of communication with other people. If people are interested in the stock market nowadays and nobody likes Robinhood, you can always say, hey, use my Webull link, you know, and they'll use it and you'll get free stocks as well. So definitely check out that link down below. So GME might go down because people won't be able to buy it. That's the thought. I'm hoping that people will be able to buy it. Obviously, they thumbs up for the rhymes. Perfect. Thanks, Jonathan. But yeah, that's the thought, is that GME, if we're not allowed to buy it, then it will either go down or stay strong. But then every day that we're allowed to buy more and more, we will continue to drive that stock price up. And it's going to be more of a predictable stock increase rather than these large swings, because people are holding, and we're going to continue to hold and continue to hold and continue to hold until the Wall Street investors have to buy back their stocks. And when they do, the stock price is going to go up because they physically have to. You know, they're losing so much money on these shorts that they have to. So the thought is that it will go up. It just depends on when. And they're trying to scare us out of these positions. You holding the 30? For AMC? I don't know. I'm holding for, that's tough. I'm holding for as long as, I wouldn't say as long as possible. That's a good question. I'd say I'll hold to close to it, but we have to see how fast it goes up and what happens today. So we don't know if it's going to hit 30. I am so hungry right now. My stomach is like, I don't even know what's happening. It's growling. It's all over the place. But yeah, I think that we have to see what's happening. I mean, I feel like I'm going back to that old accounting answer. It depends. So it does depend whether, you know, we can get enough volume, because typically AMC, you can see them in the beginning of the day trade around like, you know, tens of millions of shares. Yesterday, where was it? Come on, where was yesterday? Oh wow. 5 days. You can see how many shares, like literally 1.2 billion. 1.2 billion shares. So it just all depends how much volume we can get in here. You see, yesterday had the most volume of shares for AMC, in a while. You had 456 million is still a lot, but 1.2 billion, crazy. People are buying. They really want to buy, and then obviously right now you have a lower point. Well, I think that was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. The day before that was it was high volume. But the problem is that yesterday they limited our shares. So that's what happened. Yesterday, they stopped us from sharing that 1.2 billion, because if we would have shared another 1.2 or bought another 1.2 billion, it would have been in our favor. I'm telling you. GameStop at 380, is that good? I think it is for now. And the pre-market looks pretty steady, so it looks like we're holding at a pretty firm rate. And hopefully with everybody allowed to invest right at the market open, let's see how it shoots up. I hope that it shoots up rather than going down. But if it does shoot up a lot, it's going to come back to earth. So that's always the assumption, is that it will come back to earth, because no matter how you think people are holding it, once they see that profit, they're gonna sell. And when they sell, maybe they're gonna sell all of it, or maybe they're gonna sell some of it, but that's gonna come back down. The same thing with selling. If you're gonna see that stock price go down a lot, it's gonna come back to earth, because people are gonna buy it at that low point thinking it's an opportunity. So it really, and I keep going back to this, it really just depends what happens exactly at the open. So it might be a good thing, it might be a bad thing. That's literally closer to the higher point. I think that's where it opened, or close to where it opened yesterday. And what's crazy is it seems like after hours and pre-market are all functioning around the same rate, because yesterday's pre-market and post-market, right, jumped up to about $500, and then the next day's pre-market and post-market jumped up to close to $500. I think it was like 480 or something in the pre-market. Yeah, let's see, 450 from what I see. So closer to 500 versus where they closed at like two something. So yeah, it really just all depends. Let's continue to buy. Hopefully people are buying. I'll do it if it does go low, but then, like I said, if it goes high, I'll always hold on to some stock. I will take some profits at some point, but I will hold on to it for a long time, just to be able to get to that point to where stock market investors, the Wall Street investors, end up suffering a little bit. We have 52 people in here. If you could hit that like button, the market's about to open. That would be great. Get it up to 40 likes. So Fidelity and Webull are your go-to. Yes, I use Webull all the time, especially for my free stocks, and then I keep those stocks in there. I will either cash out those stocks and put it in something else, which I did yesterday, or I'll put a little bit of money in there and do something with it. But most of my money goes towards Fidelity. That's where I have a lot of my other accounts. So I have my Roth IRA. I'll have all my, I have my 2 children's 529 accounts. I also have my brother's investment account in there. I have a number of accounts with Fidelity. I just love their platform online. Now, with a user face that's good for mobile devices, I would say Webull's better than Fidelity. Obviously, Robinhood is a better user face than any of them. It's just their customer service, closing down the market when people are actually investing, is ridiculous. 40 likes, thank you. Whoever got me to 40 likes, I really appreciate that. If you were new, what would you buy when the market opens? Ooh. If I was a noob, if I was brand new to the market, this is the thing. When I was new to investing, I didn't understand how to do it. So a lot of times I just picked and choose something based on what I thought would increase by news. I don't think that's the way to go for me. Depending on what your outcome is, if you want a long-term profit or a short-term profit, a short-term profit would be something that's highly volatile. So a lot of times I would go with like a Boeing stock, and it's not to just invest into. I trade those stocks. If I'm talking about investing, that's in something like I would get a fractional share of Apple or Amazon or something like that. That's what I would go with. If I was a noob, I would go with fractional shares as an investment. For trading, I would go with a lot of the stocks that are highly volatile and either short or buy stocks. To the moon. You're right. Definitely to the moon. AMC is up 70%. Now let's share this because I think this. All right. Nice. Up to $15.63. That is awesome. That means my realized gain right now with just the open is $2,868. A lot of people will say, hey, why don't you take that profit? Well, I don't think I need to. So let's continue to drive that price up. If we can continue to buy, that's obviously a good situation for a lot of people. Continue to drive that price up. What is GME at? I don't have any stocks in any investments in GME. Up $162, 84%. It's still lower than what it was, but it's up. Hopefully GME is going to the moon. The first time I heard that, the first time I heard going to the moon, I just died out laughing. And especially I heard it on TikTok, so they created all these memes and stuff. It was pretty funny. I had to sell some of my Apple. Your partial shares of Apple. Now I got 16.5 shares of Apple. That's good. That's perfect. I mean, Apple is a high riser. The only thing I'm afraid about with long-term investing, and that's what I'm afraid about for my Roth IRA and all my the 529 accounts and everything that's long-term, is this whole stock market crash that they keep talking about. Obviously, we haven't had a crash in a while, besides what happened in March. But I'm still a little skeptical that we won't see something. It's just new highs every day. So now we're at 17. So it looks like we're still up, but it's starting to dwindle down a little bit. Hopefully you can see that jump. It's a steady increase. So as you see the trend here, let's look at AMC. I'll get back to the comments in a couple of seconds. Let me refresh my, oh, come on. Give me a second. Doing 752 things at one time. Multitasking doesn't exist, just to let you know. Okay. What did you buy in at? Sell or hold, what did you buy in at? You bought in at 10. So you're up, $5-ish, I guess $4-ish. I always recommend, my opinion, I'm holding. So I'm holding for the long haul. It's down to $13.40. I'm holding for the long haul. You can do, I don't want to give you bad advice. If you bought in 6 shares and you feel like you can gain, that's a good profit for you, then go ahead and do it. I'm not going to tell anybody, I'm not going to force anybody to hold. I just know that I am holding all of my shares and I'm looking to gain as much as possible. This is just a slight push of what's to come from what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that we're going to have a very large push here. So you see it jump up here. We had how many shares in the first minute. In the first minute, we had 12 million shares bought. But then obviously you see all these people that are like, I'm taking my profits. I'm taking my profits. You know, you can go ahead and do that. But like I said, I'm holding. And like when it opened, I could have said, you know what? I'm at, $2,800. I could cash out right now and gain $2,800. But like I said, I feel like there's going to be a lot more. It's just a slight push because of maybe the investors are buying more shares with the people that are buying more shares. So then it makes it look like there's a large push. So then it makes people want to sell because it hit a certain point. A lot of people, when they get to their break even or above their break even, they will want to sell, which in normal cases, I always recommend because you always want to limit the losses, right? But in this case, we have so much evidence that it will go up that I feel like it's going to skyrocket. And that's why people keep on saying to the moon. But again, it's all up to you. So you make the decision on what's best for you. I don't want to give you advice that's going to hold you up. So BB is going down. I'm scared. What do I do? Where's BB at? I should pull them up on my chart over here. Oh, because it jumped up to 16. And you bought in at 10? Oh wow. Was that just it was just okay, so it opened, where did it open at? So it opened $1.63 up. Yeah, I mean, it depends. It looks like the volume of shares right now is 13 million, which is lower than some of the other areas, but it is a higher stock price than, say, well, I guess not too much higher than AMC. It's up to you. If you want to sell, then sell. I'm all for the hold. Like I said, I'm going to give everybody the advice they want to hear is you do what's best for you, but I'm holding strong. A lot of people say hold strong and things are going to pull through. It will happen. In my opinion, I believe it will happen. I bought about you bought about 1670. So right now you would be close to your break even. Is that what you're saying? The day just started. I think the more it goes down, where's GMC? GMC is going down. So the more it goes down, the more it's going to come back to earth. So they're trying to scare investors out of their positions. You see how this is going down? The more it goes down, they're trying to scare people out. It's not a full crash. They're trying to scare you out of your position. 100% they're trying to scare you out of their position. And anybody that sees a profit, they're like, oh, you know what? I see a certain profit. Why am I not doing I don't have a refresh. Where's the chart not refreshed? Chart's not refreshed. That sucks. But yeah, AMC is going down, right? Let's look at today. They're trying to scare you out of your investment. It went up tremendously, and these are tactics. A lot of these are tactics. It's at 292. It's going down steadily. This is not even factoring in the buys that will happen. So the volume is, you see 591. The volume at the exact open is 591. Then it goes down to 343, 121. So you see the volume going down a little bit besides this volume here. I don't believe that it's going to stay there. A lot of times when you see it pull away from this indicator, so let's look at SMA. A lot of times when you see it pull away from this indicator so far, which it obviously started here, so let's start the indicator like somewhere there, right? It's pulling away from that indicator so much that the indicator may go this way, right? If we're starting here. It's pulling away so much that it's going to have to come back to earth. People are going to start buying. People are going to start buying. Look at that. People are going to start buying. moving back up. People are going to start buying. Perfect. AMC looking like. AMC's at, what are they at? Are they at 15? 15.58? Where's, let's say 13. Oh, there we go. Whoa, that was a big drop. How many shares? That was a huge drop. Why was that so big of a drop? Sorry, I'm really into this. Yeah, you see the AMC went up a lot. So yeah, you can see that GME is starting to recover. You see all the buys. What they're trying to do is scare you out of your positions. That's what it's all about, is they're looking to scare you as much as possible. If you haven't hit that like button in the live stream, please hit that like button. It helps me out a ton. Seriously does. Before you leave, check out some of the links down below if you're interested in investing. We have Webull, all that stuff. Get in on Naked. You know what? Let me open up another one. I really wish I had the Active Trader Pro here. I'll figure out a way to get it on here, and I'll do a couple of live streams. Like I said, I'm only going to be live streaming for, wait, what's the? I'm only going to be live streaming for probably, failed to meet NASDAQ listing requirements. Okay, so I guess I can't trade them. How do I default on full year by day? Wow, it did have a very large increase. Not crazy. It's 34%. Still 34% up. I would imagine it was a lot higher than that right from the open. But yeah, what do I think of Nokia? Wait, they stopping people from buying more than 5 shares? I don't know. I haven't tried to buy on Robinhood. I use Fidelity, so I have Robinhood. I don't know if I only have like $10 in there. AMC to the moon. Yep, real talk. AMC to the moon. You got 47 people in here, 43 likes. You hit that like button. 48 people in here. Hit that like button if you just got in here. Hit that like button if you have AMC or GME or BB or Nokia. If you have any of these. So what are we at now? Let's look at AMC. Yeah, I'm just trying to continue to monitor this. So $14.13. That brings my realized gain up to $2,200. They're trying to limit this. Let me know if anybody's having problems with Robinhood or any other platform, because that's always interesting. No, I want to see what's going on with other live streams to see if they're, obviously can't show it, but ugh. Make sure you hit that like button. Don't sell, boys. Yeah, you're right. Don't sell. Let's hold. Let's hold. I think what we're doing is we're holding the line, and they keep trying to scare us out of it. I mean, if they buy shares and sell it, they're going to scare us out of our positions. And a lot of people get scared. I understand why you would get scared. But we need to get back up to this 20 mark. We need to get up to $30. If we do, then that'll be absolutely phenomenal. And I don't know what will happen then. But I'll tell you the truth, I will hold on to at least some shares of AMC if it does get all the way up there. BB is totally going down today. I don't know. I wouldn't get extremely scared. I mean, it's at 1593. It's not something that's dropping dramatically. It's something that's dropping at a slow rate. So BB, it's not dropping dramatically. It's having that pushback, and you could see the buyers that are buying, but anything that they're shorting. See, this is where you don't know if some Wall Street investors are going harder on selling these positions, and if some people got in at these low rates and then started to sell off here, but then you still have a bunch of people that still want to buy. So it's up to you. It's really up to you. You can hold or you can sell. I don't want to pressure you into doing anything, and I never wanted to do that. But yeah, just take it upon you to make the decision. Let me see what other people are doing here. My hands are so cold. Yeah, we're continuing to hold. It looks like GME is going up. They're around 362, 364. So it's going back up where it was. It opened at 379, so it's close to the open. That's really, I'm still like shocked at like what GameStop was, because it's crazy with the fact that I held them at $5 for a long period of time, thinking that they were going to go up to like 10 or so. But then after like thinking about it and going, okay, well, you know, gaming, like physical games is becoming like an afterthought, and people are just downloading them. So that may be a point to where they're going out of business, but who knew that the people would get behind GameStop so much? Who knew? Some people probably already had a bunch of shares and were just like, you know, what am I going to do with it? I'll hold on to it. Robinhood are no longer allowing instant deposit for crypto purchases. I want to help Doge to the moon. I did see something about Dogecoin. I don't ever get into cryptocurrency that much. Maybe I will in the future, but I wouldn't say now. GME has a steady increase right now, and it looks like the chart's not updated. I hate that the chart doesn't get updated here. That would be my only like downfall of this. But should I hold even through the weekend? BB could go down. Really? If, like I said, if you want to hold it, how many shares do you have again? Do you have like, you know, 10, 20, 30 shares? A lot of money in there. I would say, you know, see how the day is going, and if you get to a point to where you feel comfortable with leaving, then go ahead and do it. I mean, like I said, I would not recommend anybody holds on to something that they're not comfortable with. I know this does seem interesting to a lot of people because it's catching so many people's eyes, especially people that are new. But yeah, I would say, you know, if you see something that you feel like is not going to happen again, sell it. It's all in your gut. So 50, I don't know what, oh, you have 50 shares. All right, so that's a good amount of money. 50 shares at $16, you said? Shares at $16. The chart. I told you. Of issues. I mean, it's up to 1649. It depends. If you want to take a break even, a slight loss, then, you know, go ahead and do that. But a lot of people are believing that this is going to go up, and we haven't even reached the amount of shares that we actually could reach. You know, I don't think we'll get to this point, but maybe we'll get to this point, maybe a little bit more. I'm not sure. It depends how much they limit our shares to. So Blackberry executive sold shares as Reddit driven. I can imagine they would sell their shares. Gamestop shares continue to surge as some traders restrict ease. Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's all up to you. AMC 1358. What was that? Sound like a giraffe. I am so cold. So, how many shares does everybody have of AMC, of GME, of any of these areas? I know you said you have 50. Yeah, I'm holding on to it until it goes up. Or some of you, do you think? Good idea. If you feel comfortable with the, wait, sorry, I'm getting confused here. I'm holding on to it till it goes up, and I will sell it. I will sell my BB. You think it's a good idea? Yeah, I mean, if you realize a profit or you get to break even, you feel comfortable where you are, then sell it. I'm all for the hold in every single instant here. In this situation, in all of these situations, I'm for holds. But if you feel more comfortable with selling it, please do so. Because I don't want to be the person that, you know, basically told you not to sell it and then you lose money. But then again, I also don't want to be that person that, you know, you come to and says, I didn't gain the money because you told me to sell it. So you do what you feel is best, how you see the chart moving as I go through it. But I feel as though it's for the hold for me. But you do what's best. Sell it. It's definitely a good idea if you're making any type of profit. So now with AMC on the other hand, everybody hold. No, I'm just playing. You can hold if you really want to. I want everyone to hold because I'm holding, and a lot of other people are holding. But if you feel comfortable with your profits, sell it. Seriously, I'm trying to give you the best advice possible. But yeah, I'm going to be on here for another hour, so I'm going to be here till 11 o'clock. I got some things to do after that. You're a very good person and I give you respect, but I wanted to hear your opinion. Well, yeah, I hope that you got something from it. Like I said, my opinion, if it was me in that situation with 30 shares, and keep in mind, this is with my same mindset because I have 400 shares of AMC. If I had the same mindset and, you know, I had my 30 shares, or my 50 shares, I would hold on to it because I feel like it would go up. Now, I didn't buy any of BB because I felt more potential in AMC. But, you know, like I said, it's all on you at that point. So I invested in one of these areas just because I thought that it would go up a little bit more than others. And GME is above my price I want to pay for a stock, you know, 300 range. It was at 400 when I really wanted to invest. So yeah. Let me know your opinion on this. How's everybody doing with Robinhood? Is anybody trading on Robinhood? Is anybody having any trouble with Robinhood? Are you using a different platform? Please let me know. Do I use some sort of Discord group? No, no. I've never been, actually, for the last, I don't know how many months, I haven't been actively day trading or really investing unless it was into my Roth IRA, my index funds. um, my my children's 529 accounts. That's all I've really been doing, which I've been upset about. AMC dropped again. $12.68. Yeah, I'm looking at $1,700 profit. Yeah, I expect them to. It's gonna be iffy, off and on. I think it always shows that the first 30 minutes is probably like the most important. First 30 minutes to an hour is the most important. But yeah, kind of sucks that AMC dropped. I would like to see them, skyrocket up to 20. Just because then it gives me a little bit of faith, but then I also understand how the bounce back works. I understand what's going on. A lot of the Wall Street investors are doing this because they want to scare us out of our positions, and they say, oh, well, you know what, it was up so high, it's going down, it's going down. It's like a mom and a child. You want the child to do something, so they go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And they don't do anything that's that bad, but if they get to 1, it's something that they're like, oh, well, you think that it would be on you, but technically it's on them. Everything's going against them. Hopefully that was a good analogy. Will we? I don't understand what that means. Will you notice your subscribers to new stocks in the future? I don't know what that means. Will I notify subscribers to new stocks that I buy in the future? Yeah, I think I will. Can I explain the bounce back method? So basically, it's very simple. The way that I play it is a lot of times within the first 30 minutes to an hour, you see the largest volatility in a stock. Now you don't want to pick something that's crazy volatile like a penny stock, but something that's let's look at AMC here. Let's see if that's volatile enough. So basically, what I'll look at is I'll always have an indicator set up based on that day. Now with this, it's a little skewed because you have that large jump. A lot of times it's pretty much around this area, so you'll see the way it comes back to earth. So mainly what I'll do is I'll play that bounce back method, knowing that it's either going to go up rapidly from the start. People are actively investing in that stock, or they're actively selling that stock. So you're going to see it drop down a ton and fall away from that trending line. So let's see this trending line up here. So you're going to see this trending line, let's say, go straight across or go up here, right? It's starting to fall away from that trending line, which is up here. So that it's going to come back to earth. It's going to come back to the trending line. Now, in some cases, the trending line comes back to the stock price, which is not a situation that's good. But if you limit your losses, then you can actually get decent profits from it. So a lot of times I will select a 5-to-1 ratio, meaning that I want to gain $100, and I will always accept the $20 loss. It will never go above that. So basically what I would do is I would wait to make it simple, I would wait for a stock to fall away from here by maybe $5 or $4, and I would, in hopes that it would come back $1, but I would buy 100 shares. So then if I buy that 100 shares and then I end up selling it at a profit, then I gained $100 that day. And then all the other days I can lose, all the other days of the week I can lose, and I still had a profit of $20. So that's my bounce back method, which everybody else's method could be slightly different, but that's the main crux to it. Is every stock has more volatile time in the beginning of the day, sometimes closer to the end of the day, but you can always see it pull away by like $4 or $5. And a lot of times I will pick a stock that has a range, a day range, an average day range of over $5. So if you see that movement of low to high for $5, that means throughout the day you had so many chances to get to your $1 gain throughout that day. That's the way that I would explain it. Hopefully that's understandable. I want to create videos on that, but like I said, I haven't been investing a ton, so I didn't want to create a ton of investing videos without actually having, you know, some of the stock gains available ahead of time. So that's my opinion of it. That's the way that I go about it. And I actually taught a couple of people close to me, and they get some gains. It's just, it all depends on if you're disciplined. Being disciplined is key, 100% key. So hopefully that explains it. All right, it's 10 o'clock, so we have about an hour left on here, and I'll make sure to, maybe I'll update you guys on the story as to what's actually happening, but I'm going to be monitoring this. I'm going to continue to hold. That's what it's all about, is holding, hold. And I've seen some people live stream for like 8 hours, and I can't do that because I work a 9 to 5, which means I have to continue to work or do something there. Especially we're getting closer to month-end close, so I need to get something done. Yeah, I figured I'd live stream just to get my thoughts out there. What's AMC looking like? BB is still going down. See where it's at. Yeah, the point is that what's great is we notice that all of these stocks perform a lot better in the after hours and, you know, pre-market. So you think it may go down over the weekend. I'm thinking it may go up quite a bit over the weekend. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Do you feel the same way? I really want to know what's going on with Robinhood. If anybody has any issues with Robinhood right now. No. But why it might go up? The thing is it creates interest in the after or the post market and the pre market of Monday, right? So I believe people still have the option to trade on weekends. I want to say some people, maybe not. I'm not 100% sure. But with the post market and pre market, that's where they're gaining the most leverage in every single instance. You see the stock price go up, and if it sits there, people are looking at that stock price continuing to think, you know what, I can buy, and hopefully when the market opens, people are allowed to buy a lot more shares. Because right now, like you said, they're only they're limited to 115 shares, which is obviously not good. Yes, lots of delays. What does that mean? Oh, lots of delays on Robinhood, Brandon. That's not good. That just makes me feel like I don't understand why they really want to do this. And maybe it's because they have their partners, they have people in their back pocket saying, look, we don't want you to go bankrupt, but we also don't want them to make money. And that's showing at a massive scale. You know, it's showing us that, you know, whether it's government or whether it's Wall Street or whatever, they're all like tied together and they're all making these dumb decisions. see something real quick. When buying and loading up, is it difficult searching for stocks, or is that still the same? Like if you're searching for it, you can still find it, right? Make sure that things are going well at work here. Correct. So yeah, that's crazy. Deep pockets, deep state. That's accurate there. Put it in order, and it takes a while to go through. See, this is what I don't understand. I mean, I guess I understand it because it always shows that there's someone monitoring everything you're doing. If you're making too much money, they don't want you to make that much money. It's all about greed. Wall Street is greed. I think I'm uploading a quote of the day. I can't remember what it actually was. What was it? Let me see if I can find it. You know what? Wait, I think I. Oh, there we go. The quote is, the best way to hurt rich people is by turning them into poor people. And that seems to be 100% accurate for right now. That's the reason why I chose the quote. Do I still think naked is good? Come on. Not loaded? Oh, it is. I don't think there's enough volume there. I think it's good to focus on it eventually. I just don't think there's enough volume. I think people are shifting their volume to different areas. And this is the problem that we're seeing. You know, all of these different stocks that we're trying to get into, because one, naked would be amazing because it's a lower end stock. Like it costs $1.80. Like a lot of people can get in there for a lower price, drive the price up to a large amount, and then they can make a ton of money, right? Now, I don't know if this is good because, like I said, we're not focusing enough on this. I think 10 million shares right from the start is good, but I don't know if we're focusing enough. So, in my opinion, I wouldn't invest in it because I'm still invested in AMC, which AMC is going down. It's at $12.79. It's still up from where it was, and I still have a profit. I don't know how. I don't have a profit. I'll figure that out another time. But yeah, I think I think it's definitely a head scratcher here with naked, because look, we're spreading it into how many different areas? It goes to it's going to GME, it's going to AMC, it's going to naked, it's going to BB, it's going to so many different places that ends up getting sort of confusing, I guess. And we're not doing enough. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. So I'm still looking at it. Oh, it looks like AMC popped up a little bit. A high of $13.66. It popped up a little bit, but it looks like GME is hovering around that trend line. Maybe this is working, limiting people to a certain amount of shares. Maybe this is working. I don't know. Maybe it is. It looks like it's way too steady, and steady is good, because if it's staying around that price, and that means we're still holding. Now, if people are selling, then you would see that stock price go down, but that's not the case here. So I don't know how these guys did it and live stream for 8 hours, because I'm live streaming for basically 2.5 hours, and I already feel tired. I don't know how my voice didn't go away yet. No. A couple of things I need to worry about here. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, let me know what you guys are thinking. Are you holding anymore? Are you thinking about buying anymore if it goes down to a certain price? We got 29 viewers in here. If you just joined, please hit that like button. That helps me out a lot. Oh. Are they saying anything about Robinhood or about GME or something? Keep buying on the dips, right up for naked. Okay. Do you feel like the growth is strong enough? I haven't been focusing too much on naked. I haven't been focusing a lot on them, but Dogecoin, how does that correlate? Dogecoin is boosting right now. Hell no, I'm holding AMC. Is that correlating, or are you just saying two different statements here? My other video doing? So I have a video that's going to be uploading. If you're interested in like stimulus stuff, I have a video that's going to be uploading at 11, which is a really good one. I think I might set it to premiere. You know what? Let me do that. Oh, I'm so hungry. Need something. Don't switch accounts. Two different things. Oh, okay, that's good. That's what I was thinking, but for some reason I tied it together. But yeah, I'm definitely holding on to AMC. I feel like they're gonna skyrocket, because they're, like I said, they're trying to force us out of our positions, and if they do that successfully, then they gain what they wanted to gain. But if we consistently hold, and then when we're allowed to buy, we can buy, the stock price will steadily go up rather than, rapidly go up. And I mean, I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, the fact that the stock price steadily goes up, because then that makes it more predictable for them so that they can gain profits as they go along. But I don't know. The stock price is going to go up no matter what, but I would love to see it go up rapidly. So if you have Robinhood and you feel like you are getting duped here, then open another brokerage account, open a Fidelity account, open another account so that you can have the option to buy more shares if you wanted to. They shouldn't have the ability to limit you in how many shares you can buy. The stock market is open and free to trade on. If the stocks are, if you're able to trade on those, and if Wall Street investment firms are able to trade on those, why shouldn't you be able to trade on them? Yeah, I think so too. I think AMC should rise up a lot, and then it definitely will rise up in the aftermarket. And then I think even holding on until Monday might not even be a bad option, because, like I said, it performs really well in the post-market and pre-market. Yeah, see, it's crazy. They're letting you buy these small shares because they want to limit how many people buy it so the stock price doesn't go up too quick. So many people use Robinhood because it's so easy to use that now they're showing all of their cards. I believe they still have, like, they had like a one star review, like, in the App Store or something. And I think they're still getting like 1-star reviews, and for good reason. I mean, it doesn't make sense what they're doing. Kind of stupid. See, I don't like the fact that and I keep saying this, but I don't like the fact that we're focusing on so many different stocks. And I know that when Wall Street invests, or when they short stocks, they don't just short one stock, they're shorting multiple stocks. And if they have a large position out on a stock, or a large short out on a stock, then we need to combat that, and that's what we're trying to do. But as they start, I think they're going to start to understand what we're doing, and they're going to short so many different stocks that we can't get to them, and we can't create the volume that we've created in the past. When it was just GME, you can see what we did, from a stock price that was like $20 all the way up to $500. Whoever was holding at 20, you got a crazy return if you did sell it. And I wouldn't suggest that you sold it, because I think, and it still might go up, but $500 would be a great profit target for you. I always recommend anybody taking their profits whenever they can, because the point is, the first point to this is to make money for the little guy. The second point is to have the big firms lose money. That's what it's about. And let me know if you agree with me. I at least agree with me. I like how active the chat is. Thank you so much for all the people, commenting and asking questions and things like that. I've seen some other chats that go like really fast, and I don't know if I would want that, because I can't respond to as many comments. I miss comments here, so I like the fact that it goes semi-slow. ASMR right there. All right, let's see what GME is doing. 307. So it did drop significantly from the open. The open was at 379, and it's basically down like $70. It is a tough fight. It definitely is a tough fight. When I look at it, I'm just like, why are they doing this? And they're just trying to take every shortcut possible. The problem is that when they do it, we can't put up a fight. We can't go to these companies and say, hey, shut down this company from them being able to short stocks or, buy stocks. And it's ridiculous. Why should they have the option to do that and we can't? We should be able to freely trade wherever we want. And this is why I recommend opening multiple accounts, because I don't want anybody limiting the amount of trades you can do. And it seems like Robinhood is always at literally the front page. They're at the forefront of these type of scandals, these type of things. They have customer service issues. They had people that got their money taken from them easily because there were less security issues. There's a lot of things that I just don't like about the app, in my opinion. But then there's a lot of things. Not a lot of things. There's a couple of things that I do like about the app. Is just the easy to use user face. If they would switch another brokerage account to be as easy to use as that, then yeah, I would go with that every time, 9 times out of 10. They don't have any customer service. Like, come on. Just ridiculous. If you are in this live stream right now and you haven't hit the like button, please hit that like button. Helps me out a ton. Get it to 60 likes. That would be phenomenal. Yeah, about 30 minutes left in this live stream, and then I'm gonna get off. But I'll make sure to update you on what's going on via my community tab or my story. Do like quick updates. But yeah, I don't think I can take more than I couldn't take 3 hours of live stream. I don't think. If I was physically just focusing on all this stuff and talking the whole time, then yeah, I couldn't do it. But a lot of times, if I'm playing a game or something or whatever, I could do that. You agree? Yeah. That's what a lot of people say, is that the interface is really easy to use. And even people I don't know if anybody follows JJ Buckner, but even him, I just watched a video of his yesterday talking about how he likes to use the interface of Robinhood for displaying a lot of his information. If he wants to show you how much dividends he had, it's easier to show on there than it is on Fidelity. On Fidelity, I would show the whole page because I have to find a way to show you the dividends, but I can't do it on my phone. So it's tough to be able to go through that and show you what I need to show you, the growth and all that stuff. But when it comes to the platform itself, the live platform, I think that the Active Trader Pro is absolutely phenomenal. If I can get it on this screen, it would be great for a lot of people to see. And it would pull a lot of people to that platform. We're at 59 likes. If you can get it to 60 likes, if you haven't hit the like button, please do so. Or you can hit the dislike button if you want. It's whatever your preference is. I prefer the like button, but it's up to you. All right, so let's see where everybody's at. GME went up to $319. AMC, it's up to 1274. BB, that's going down a little bit, but it is hovering around the $16 mark. Naked is staying around that 180 mark. It's not really moving too much for Naked. Let's see what else. I think that's it. That's all I wanted to look at. But what's crazy is I've seen this article, which that's not an article. Maybe it's not even an article. It's just saying whether people will, leave Robinhood. And apparently 76% of respondents say they plan on leaving Robinhood, which is horrible for the situation, Robinhood's financial situation. And whoever made this decision, obviously the CEO ultimately made the decision to say, we got to stop trading on these areas, but they were pressured by somebody. So whoever made this decision probably going to hate themselves for it, because 76% say they're leaving your platform. It means you're going to have less cash in your platform. 76%. I don't know what that is. All right, thanks for stopping through. Thank you for conversing and hopefully hitting the like button as well. I'll see you maybe in another live stream or maybe one on Monday or so. It is the first day of the month, so it's probably gonna be tough for me to do a 2-hour live stream, but I'll do something. Oh, I'm tired. I'm so tired. At 61 likes. Thank you for everybody that hit the like button. You guys are amazing. But yeah, 76% say they're going to be leaving Robinhood. 76%. Gamestop went on another stock market adventure on Thursday, briefly crossing $4.50 a share before closing at $1.93. The rebellion experienced a hiccup, and individual investors found some trading sites and apps that were restricting transactions and securities. Like going through all this information over and over and over again makes me just like, what? Why are they doing this? Like, why do they hate retail investors so much that they decide to stop people from trading certain stocks? Oh, because they're gaining money? Okay. Like, I feel like they screw over people a lot. In the mortgage crisis, they screwed over a lot of people that had homes. Now they're screwing over a lot of investors, people that are actually trying to invest. I seen a TikTok that was like, it was like a rich person giving advice. And it was like, why don't poor people just invest in the stock market? And the poor people were like, okay, we'll do that. And the rich person was like, wait, stop. No, don't do that. And that's exactly what's going on right now. Is they're investing in the stock market. Everybody's investing in the stock market, even if it's at a smaller scale, and we're doing big things because of it. It's at 12:55 now. Does Webull have a limit of shares to buy AMC? I didn't see any. The thing is, I did see. I think yesterday I tried to search for Webull and I couldn't find it, and I think they had a limit on it yesterday. So I'm not going to tell you to go to a platform and then you're not able to get in it or not able to buy the things that you want to buy. One of the bigger platforms, I didn't hear anything from like Charles Schwab. If you were limited there, I'm pretty sure you're not. Fidelity, you're not limited. I heard Ally was limited. Interactive Brokers, which is surprising because I think they're Canadian brokerage firm. So that's a little weird. Maybe some people have some leverage in the U.S. But let me search for AMC. So I can select AMC. Can I trade it? Let me see. Buy. Market. Things I can buy. It filled my order. So I just bought 41 shares of AMC on Webull. So it didn't seem like it limited anything right now. So I don't know if it's 100 shares or 115 or 150. I don't know, but I just bought 41 shares of AMC on Webull. So that's always a good option there. So now I have a total of 6,500 shares of AMC. And I may get more depending if they do go down, because I feel like they are going to go up. You think 20 seems to be a support or resistance for AMC? I think right now the resistance levels are really, really low. Let's actually put in, I believe we can put in the support. I don't remember where. There we go. I don't remember how to put in support and resistance levels here. I haven't done it in so long. The frequency. Oh, frequency. Got you. You can't do it by hour? That's dumb. So it looks like the support and resistance levels, we have $4 and $11 at this moment. It seems like that would be the case, but we're pushing above 12, so that doesn't make sense. So they're resisting here around that $11 mark and pushing back up. But if we go price prediction for AMC by next week. I think that we will be, if I had to give a prediction on how we're going and what's happening in the world. So let me walk through this. So we're at $12.55 right now, probably a little bit higher or lower. So we're at $12.84. I feel like a lot of people are trying to buy. If they give us the option to buy, and it's at a slower rate, we're going to steadily increase. And I think we're going to be above that 18 mark, probably to start next week. And then I don't know if we'll have a drop off right from the beginning, because people will sell at that 18 mark. I believe that they will. Now will everybody sell? No, I don't think they will. I think we're still holding, but I think people will sell. So we're going to probably drop down to maybe 16 or 15 and then recover back up to maybe 17. And then throughout the week, it looks like it's going to be a slow increase, because that's what the stock market, or that's what the Wall Street is trying to do. If they can't take us out completely, they're going to make us have a slow increase and scare us off slowly. So that would be my prediction, is that we would open at 18, drop down to maybe like 16 or 15, recover back up to 17, and then it would be a slow increase as we go along until people start to say, you know what, I'm holding on for too long and now I need to sell. And that's what they're hoping for. They're hoping for us to hold on for a long period of time and not gain the profits that we wanted. So then they sell. They sell because we get back up to break even, and then they end up recognizing and getting their profits. So we just need to hold. That would be my prediction. Why we have to hold until Monday? Well, my thought process is that it seems like the post-market and the pre-market is where we're gaining the most success when it comes to trading, and I don't know why. A lot of retail traders must have access to this, or it's more of a a Wall Street investor strategy, to where if it's high when it opens, a lot of people will sell. So I don't know what's happening there, but it seems to do well in the pre-market and post-market. So that means that AMC and GME are probably going to be up over the weekend. And then when it gets to the Monday, it's going to be higher than it usually is. Then people are going to sell off. Not everybody, but some people are going to sell off, and then it's going to start to slowly increase. That seems to be the method that they're taking here, is to slowly scare us off. So it's not going to be something that's a rapid increase like the first couple of days. Wall Street is starting to understand what we're doing. And if they can't stop us all at once, they're going to find a way to slowly take us out. Kind of like the CIA, they're going to slowly take us out quietly. Nobody's going to know that those people are dropping off. It's going to feel like, nobody's dropping off because we're steadily increasing. But in reality, we're all dropping off until the stock price just plummets eventually. So depends. If we continue to support this, then we'll be fine. But like I said, I think you need to recognize profits. And if it does get above 18 or 20, you recognize some profits, so you gain something out of the deal, but then you still hold to a point to where, let's say, if I gain $5,000 in profits, I know I have $6,000 in there, so why don't I take maybe, I don't know, $7,000 out and then keep a certain amount in there so we have those shares holding. But that's my thought process. Is I'm going to hold. I'm probably going to take some sort of profit so I don't lose money. I always gain money, but I am going to hold some stocks in there. So that would be my thought. Let me know your opinion. Do you feel the same way? Do you feel like that's what's happening? Because as I look at the stocks, as I look at, let's say, AMC here. Come on, man. What's going on here? Refresh. As I look at AMC and I look at total for the day, you can see that it's staying steady, right? We're staying at that mark. Yes, it did have a decrease from when it opened. That's to scare people off, right? You open at a higher mark, you scare people off, right? Total though, if you look at how we're increasing, we started here. Yes, it did trail down yesterday, and then it jumped back up. So overall, the trend line flows upward. Let's see where the indicator is. The trend line flows, it's going up, it's going upward. Slow trajectory, which means they're trying to make us seem like we're gaining profits, which we can eventually recognize those profits, but still hold on to something so that we keep the stock price steady. So like I said, that's my opinion. Hopefully I didn't over explain that. Sometimes I do, but yeah, that's where I'm standing. Robinhood, you can buy 115 shares. You can sell 1 million shares. You can buy 115 shares, but you can sell 1 million. Oh man. And like that's what's crazy. They know that they have a stranglehold on this market, because it's mostly millennials that want to trade these stocks and buy them and drive the stock price up, and it's not other generations that may not use that trading app. And a lot of people use Robinhood. You have just as many or close to as many users as like Charles Schwab and things like that. So what's the strategy right now? My strategy, if you're asking mine, is to hold AMC. I'm gonna monitor them through the day. If they reach 18 or 20, I'm gonna recognize some profits probably. Not all of them, and then I will see how things pan out, because I'm going to keep enough money in there that's a significant amount, but I'm going to hold on until I feel like the stock is starting to dwindle down, until I feel like there's no hope for the stock. Because right now, like I said, it's steadily going up. And it looks like it's like off and on, but if you look at the overall trend, it's up, right? So I'm holding on at least until Monday. But like I said, I'm going to keep you guys updated on what I do. And if it goes above like 18 or 20 or whatever, I'm going to recognize some profits. And then I basically will always hit my break-even point, or I'll have enough in there so that we still can hold steady at a certain price. And then obviously if we go down a little bit more, I'll probably buy back in. So that's my strategy. Holding at least some until Monday, if not all. Yeah, hold until 20 plus. That's what I'm thinking. What do I think about Nokia? I'm not a person that got into Nokia. It seems like it stays around that. Where's that? It seems like it stays around that 28%, either 28% down or what certain percent up. Let me duplicate this. Am I logged out already? Let me log back in. Sorry, guys. Yeah, it seems like it's very slow of an increase. I mean, very slow. I mean, you still have like 4% of an increase, but it's not as much as the other ones. I think that we should focus on certain areas because if we start to, you know, drift into other stocks, and I understand that Nokia's always been on there. If we try and drift into other stocks, then it's not going to be a good situation for everybody. We're not going to have enough volume to make up for what Wall Street's doing. We need to have the numbers because we don't have the money. Does that make sense? We got a lot of bulls on AMC. That's true. Even Mark Cuban's kids are buying AMC. I did see that. I did see an article saying that Mark Cuban's kids are learning a lesson in the stock market. This is what I like to see because a lot of people are starting to get into the stock market. New people that don't understand the stock market, they're starting to get into it and learn things. Watch videos like these and learn things because I can imagine that some people didn't know, how to read a chart, and I can explain how to read a chart, and then they start getting little bits and pieces from that and start applying it to their own strategy and saying, all right, well, you know what? Maybe day trading's an option for me. Maybe swing trading's an option for me. Maybe I should look at this in order to long-term invest. So that's always a good deal. I'm always in it for, people learning things. I obviously can't teach everybody at once, but this is my best way of doing that. I really like these live streams. I really like interacting with you guys. So yeah, I would say my prediction for AMC, since I'm holding it, this is my valid prediction because I'm going to be holding them for a while. Right now I'm sitting at $1,868, $1,896, keeps changing, of profit. But I'm still holding them. I could have realized that gain. That's $1,800 worth of profit, but I'm not. I'm holding it because I know I have a larger portion of shares. So all I have to do is realize some sort of profit, a larger profit. So if it gets up to $18 or $20, I'm obviously realizing a $5,000, $6,000, however many $1,000 profit. I actually haven't followed them. Reddit Wall Street Bets. I don't know if they're still. I heard that they got shut down for a little bit because of hate speech or something, which is total BS. I actually haven't followed them. I think I will follow them now, and I'm sure that a lot of people are doing so. Are they giving out some good advice? They're not pushing other stocks, are they? Yesterday was a really good day for the live stream. I think we hit a peak of 110 people that showed up at once. That was really good. Today's really good as well. I'm going for a little bit longer of a live stream. So again, thank you for everybody, being here. Let's see what AMC is looking like. 325. If you haven't checked out my video that I uploaded earlier, definitely check that out. Let me set this to give me a second. Let's do a premiere. I wish I uploaded that quote of the day, because that would have been a great quote to start with. Well, that sucks. I guess I'll do a quote of the day of. Um, I'm gonna schedule that. So I'm doing a premiere. I have a stimulus video if you're interested in that. And I'm doing premiere at 11. I'm gonna stop this. I'm a little bit short of 11, so I can prepare for that. But yeah, let me see what's going on here. There's my stream. Is it still? Well, I just didn't know if it was still legit. I don't know. I haven't, like I said, I haven't checked it. I would imagine. Wait, no, they are still pushing GME and AMC. Okay, good. That's what I would think, is that they would still be pushing these two, because it seems like these two are getting the most volume, the most push. Everything else is getting less of a push, and we can't divide our focus to another area, and that's what we tend to do. As people, we literally focus in one area, we band together, and then all of a sudden we have those couple of people that say, oh, we'll focus on this one. Look at this stock is going up. I have great advice. No, let's focus on the areas we're focusing on and stop giving bad advice. They're doing the same thing that we're doing. Wall Street is doing the same thing that we're doing. Ours, is a bunch of people coming together. Theirs is a bunch of money coming together with less people. So I don't know. It's a really tough situation, but just want to get AMC to a certain point where everybody can realize a profit, and we can slowly take our profits away from the billionaires. And then once we get our profits and we still have some sort of holding in there, we can gain more profits and win more on these investors, these Wall Street investors. So seriously, I think you need to break down what you have and realize when you're going to get to a certain profit and what your profit target will be. Because for me, I would like to get to, let's say, that $20 mark, so that I can realize a lot of profits, put those into my account. Then no matter what I'm holding, no matter what I lose, if I lose 100% of it, I still gained a profit out of what I had. Does that make sense? So, or what I took out, I guess. So that's what I'm hoping to do. Oh, they still have lots of good analysis and stuff. I'll definitely have to give them a follow, because I would imagine that they went from like I think they were like 2.3 or 2.6 million or something. I would imagine they went up to like 3 million, 4 million. It has to be. And I would follow them. AMC seems. Oh, is it? Yeah, well, it's a lower price point. That's what they want to do. Is I think AMC, they want to push the lower price point because a lot of people can afford to do that. Most people can't afford to just jump into GME at 330. So AMC seems like a better option, and that's why people start to push, AMC. Then when AMC goes up to $20 or $30, that starts to be less of an option. So now people start pushing, I don't know, Nokia. Then Nokia goes up, and now they're looking to push something else. So it's all about the price point. It's all about what they can afford. That's why. So it's not just about the fact that they're pushing it because they believe in it. It's because they're pushing it because they start to say, what can people afford? GME is tough for people to just buy into. You have to get richer people to buy into it because it's $330. Now if it goes down to $100 and something, and that makes it more attainable, but $300 is a lot, right? Is that accurate to say? Before we end this live stream, please get this to 70 likes. That would be phenomenal. Would appreciate everybody here. I think I'm going to end the live stream soon. I'm going to multitask. All right. So bad for the weak hands at $7. Yeah. Yeah. AMC to 30 would be absolutely phenomenal for a lot of people. And then we could slowly sell off. I wouldn't say rapidly sell off, but slowly sell off. Liked and subbed. Thank you for that. I really appreciate that. You know? Yeah, I try. I mean, a lot of my subscribers came from stimulus check information because obviously people want to know about that. But yeah, I'm so happy with the amount of subscribers that I got. Yeah, and the amount of views that I get, the amount of comments and all that other type of stuff. Just the conversations that I have alone are absolutely phenomenal. But yeah, thank you for liking and subbing. That means more than you know. You know, every single sub means a lot to me. So thank you. But I'll end it at 55. I would love to get to 100K subscribers. It's been pretty tough for the last couple of months. It's been slow uploading. I've been starting to upload a little bit more recently. But yeah, let me show everybody what's going on here. So GameStop is currently at 346. So that's up $152, 78%. We have AMC that's up to $13.94, which that leaves my gain at $2,135. That's a $5 gain over, yesterday, basically, a 61%, which is absolutely phenomenal. You see the trend line; it's steady. BB, that leaves at $16.23, which pretty much hovers around where it was. 10% up, $1.58 up. Nokia, we're up to $4.94. This doesn't really have too much volume that's trading in it, but we're up 5% or 25 cents. And let's also look at Naked here, which probably not it. Let's look at Naked here. Let's also look at Naked before I go. I want that. That's up to $1.82, 43 cents up, 30% up as well. So that's really good, 30% up. But yeah, I think AMC to $20 or to $30 would be absolutely phenomenal. GME is definitely tough to get into because it's a very high stock price. It moves a lot, but it's a very high stock price. So typically, I guess it looks like GameStop, you want to get in at that under 100 mark. So if you get it under 100, eventually you'll get above that 340 mark or 400 mark to where you can create some sort of profit and go from there. But it's very tough. It's tough to see that drop by so much compared to what AMC drops by. But yeah, the best thing of bringing the country back together, that's what's happened with this last 2 years. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're extremely right. But I'm going to go ahead and end this live stream. Thank you, everybody, for watching, for commenting, all the people that participated in the live chat. You're absolutely phenomenal. And 71 likes makes me feel good about myself. Yeah, but everybody watching right now, thank you. Everybody that watched previously, thank you. I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next video or live stream. Hopefully, I'll see you over at the premiere. Maybe I can edit that, actually, to have you live directed to the premiere here. There we go. Once I end the live stream, I think it's going to direct you there. So if you want to watch that, definitely watch it. I think it's like a 8-minute video, so check it out. But I'm going to get out of here, so I'll catch you guys in the next one. See you.